Good morning, everyone. It is the beginning of the second day. First day didn't really start for me until about 5 p.m. and it went till after midnight. We ended up staying. The park closed at 11. Yeah, the park closed at 11. We stayed and went to Casey's Corner and got a hot dog first time. And actually, Casey's dogs are really good. The buns are crappy for gluten-free, but the hot dogs were really good. And the service was nice, which I was pleased about. But we didn't get back to the room till 12:30-ish or so. Got to bed between 1 and 1:30. Back up I actually started waking up at 8, but we actually got up at 9. I'm ready to go. Arlene is finishing up, getting ready to go. And we're going to be heading out to the park soon. I am going to step outside and show you this incredible view again, because while I have it, why the heck not? It's so pretty. Don't you like pretty? Pretty is nice. Here we go. Pretty view. The door is a little hard to open. Oh, it's beautiful out. It's about the same temperature inside the room as outside. It's 72, exactly what we have it at. You got the wind blowing in the trees, the buoys in the waters, the skyliner running. The pool is still empty, surprisingly. We will be going into that pool soon. Yay. Peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. It does get noisy down here because it is so much activity. It's kind of why I was looking to see what staying on the other side of the building would be back here, because that's the side that faces Epcot itself. I mean, it's still nice. It's still very beautiful. And it is a really fun view. I don't know how well you saw the view of Hollywood Studios yesterday, but let me switch back and show you for a sec. And let's see if I can do this. But you've got over there, down my hand, there you go. There's Galaxy's Edge, which is the mountains on sticks. And then you come to the center a little bit and you see the middle of Hollywood Studios right kind of in there. And then over here you're going to see the Tower of Terror. All of this is Caribbean Beach down here. And that goes in a big U. So it meets us on this side and on the other side over here. Sorry for my single finger point, but like back over here. So it's pretty beautiful. Nice breeze right now, actually, really nice breeze. So I'm very much looking forward to this whole thing happening. The hardest part this morning is going to be actually getting on the skyliner, because everyone's going to Epcot. It's a lot of activity going to Epcot, and unfortunately we both got ECVs, so we can't travel in the same carrier than the skyliner car. So we got a little work to do here. See, don't I look peaceful? Right, yeah, I know. All right, so we're going to finish getting ourselves ready. I might eat my leftover cheesy polenta and chocolate terrarium, because breakfast at champions when you're in this part of the world. And the cool part is this room does have a microwave, so I am able to heat that up, which is kind of awesome. But we're ready to go. We're making the magic happen. The plan is to walk out the door in 3 minutes, and we know that isn't happening, but we're going to see what we can do. Talk to you soon. Okay, so this time, hi, you can see me. They stopped it completely before they let me go on, whereas yesterday they almost did a little rolling to get me into this. But we are now in, and we're just about to go. Arlene is on her way, but because we knew how long it took for this to happen, we figured it'd be easier, since we had to go separately anyway, for me to just go and then her to go after. So, ready for the magic of the Skyliner ride to start our morning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the first time I really timed that exactly correct. Oh God, and it's so peaceful. And when the lady doesn't talk, this is amazingly relaxing. Until she talks.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner.
Because we ate a lot of the foods yesterday, most of the stuff we're going to eat is in the front of the area. And once I'm done eating and seeing some of the more topiaries and looking at the Scentsy Garden and things like that, and going through the butterfly garden, I have to do that. Once that's all done, we're done here. So I don't think it's going to be 6 o'clock by then. And then at that point we can go to Hollywood Studios, maybe get some tea there, maybe chill, possibly go back to the pool depending on how we're feeling. She likes Rise of the Resistance and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So we could, because they close at 9:30, we could potentially look at doing that. I haven't done Fantasmic in a while, but you sit there for an hour waiting for the show half the time. And plus now I've got the ECV, it's going to change where I can park. I mean, yeah, so not necessarily a needed thing. This is so peaceful. I love this. I mean, have you guys been, what is your favorite mode of transportation in the parks? If you have been here and you have tried them, you've got a bus, a boat, monorail, skyliner, what of those four, wow, I did the backwards thing. Which one of those four is your favorite? I think this is one of my favorites. It's just quiet and serene. Now, I will say when it gets stuck, and I've been stuck in for like 10 minutes once, that was not pretty because I do have a fear of heights. But when it moves smoothly like this, it's no worse than any other ride. If you can handle any of the other rides, you know, yes, you do see the cars behind you. I mean, I can see if you look down to the road.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments, we will be taking a scenic spin around the Skyliner turn station. Please remain seated. This station was designed for turning only.
But overall, I mean, that's not bad. So yeah, this turning station is the weird thing where you kind of do this very slow, creepy turn. But I understand they're doing it just to keep us along the road, so it was a more smooth transition. But this is probably one of my least favorite parts. One, you're not moving, you're kind of just bouncing in the little, not bouncing, but oh, we totally stopped too. Well, this is, in the long run, if I had to totally stop, this is the space I'd want it to be, because you're pretty much here. Like, I wouldn't step out quite yet, but like right now, there is actually railing and steps under me, so I could technically, if they could open this side of it, I could hop out. Now, to get out that side of it, I could not hop out. That would be straight down to the ground, and that would not work. But it definitely, see, that's whole walkway and infrastructure. So there's got to be a way that when it really shuts down, that they either can turn the cars or get you out. I don't know. We'll see. Well, we won't see. Let me clarify that. We will absolutely not see that. So she's only a couple minutes behind me, and I knew that was going to happen, is when that's where it picks up again and you get back onto the main stuff. But it's she'll move faster without me because her ECV moves faster, and she can get into things. Like, you're not looking at trying to put two people in, you're putting one person in. Pretty view. I love seeing the Epcot ball, and you see Epcot ball, France, and then the big blue scary thing that I won't ride anymore. Did it once. I can say I did it once. I think this is the most I've talked on this. We'll see how much of it I actually keep. I figured you don't necessarily need the montage. So I've stayed at Boardwalk, long hallways, big resort. I've stayed at Beach Club and Yacht Club. I've stayed at all the, and I've stayed at the Dolphin, but not the Swan. So I mean, technically, I should stay at the Swan to complete this loop here. I have stayed at Art of Animation, Pop Century, and the Caribbean Beach Resort. So I've done the whole Skyliner group. I have stayed at the Contemporary and the Poly. I have not stayed at Grand Floridian. I can't stay at Shades of Green because I'm not military. I have stayed at All-Star Sports.
We are now arriving at Epcot. To all who come to this place,
Animal
of
Kingdom,
joy, hope, and friendship.
All right, let me show you the pretty view
welcome.
in. So here you go, France, the English Channel. That's what that road is, because you've got England and France. So that's the English Channel. That's what it represents.
Please remain seated until the doors
and here we go. All right, I'm going to put you away because I need to organize. Good morning. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I like your pom-pom. Now, I will say I'm kind of sad because over here, they used to do the big floral arrangement, and they do a photo op here, but they don't because now, well, I'm not sad about this because Daisy's here, and we love Daisy. Hey, Lou, look, it's Daisy. Yay, Daisy. All right, we're going to head up to Benalia. Ooh, Benalia. Oh, and Benalia, well, Benalia Light is available, so not full Benalia, but we'll go sit at Benalia for a moment because we've got to welcome myself back. But yeah, true Benalia is that third bench. Whoop. All right, we're not going to true Benalia. We're not even going to Benalia Light. We are going to first bench. Welcome to Benalia. It's a pleasure to have you back in this beautiful country, in the peaceful and dulcet musical tones of Benalia. What a joy, the beneficence, the benevolence, the beatitudes of Benalia. We're here for you. Don't forget Benalia, the perfect place to rest your bones. Okay, enough of that. So I'm waiting for Arlene. She was on the skyliner. She should be in just momentarily, and then we're off. It is 10:44. The food booths are just about to open, so we're going to pick our first place, get in line, and I think we're starting with scallops. Hey guys, we got stopped for something really special and interesting. America's Funniest Home Videos is doing their last voting in 4 minutes, and we're going to vote. We're going to decide. We won't tell you what we think because I don't know when it's being aired, but we're helping decide the final prize winner. Let's go in. Well, you're not going to see any of it. I can't share that. But we'll tell you what we thought of the experience when we get in. What would an Epcot festival be without the killer ibises stalking every single thing you drop because it will become theirs? Do not feed the ibises. If something falls and they get to it first, you can't do anything about that, but please don't feed them. Because when you feed them human food and they respond and react well to humans, the healthcare team cannot treat them, which sucks. We have done a lot of food eating. It is hot. It is 82 degrees and very sunny. We're gonna go inside now, because inside. So let's go see if Figment has a line. And beyond the bubbles that are bubbling past me is Goofy in his topiary, blowing down here to all of the beautiful purples and yellows and reds and oranges with the little fake little pom-pom and thingies like daffodils. Not daffodils, like dandelions. Of course, the flowering garden, you have those beautiful floating baskets with the flowers in them. We're gonna go and look and enjoy. These flowers are so pretty. I'm watching for your toes. Thank you, thank you. Who do we have? We have Minnie and Pluto! Yay! Hello. Oh, hi, everybody. It's so good to see you.
How are you today?
Oh, goodness gracious.
I'm happier now to see you. Because you've been pregnant every day there is.
I'm a cat at heart, but I'll be over. Okay. I think we got this.
Perfect.
Thank you
Yay,
so much.
thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Minnie. You are awesome.
So much. And
Thank you, Pluto. Lots of hugs, lots of kisses, kisses. Mwah. You are awesome too. Have a great one.
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. You got all the love. All the love.
Minnie, you are gorgeous.
Thank you. Here we are at the Butterfly Garden of Butterfly Landing, presented by Advent Health. We're going to go inside. I don't know how long I'm going to stay because I'm trying the walking thingy without the ECV thingy. And inside we go into the magic. Yay! And just inside. I may switch, guys, to the phone because I know that picks stuff up a little faster and a little better. But isn't it beautiful? There we go. Oh, that's what's wrong. There we go. So this is where they show them hatching and all of their different fruits. Did you get landed on?
I got landed on.
She got landed on.
Hey,
Isn't it pretty? The black and I think that's a swallowtail, the yellow and black.
This one's gonna be vividly by
So pretty. Hi. Mariposa. Lean, if I'm correct, mariposa is butterfly. That's why it's a butterfly garden. Sorry, I'm being the Captain Obvious here. Oh my goodness, you're so beautiful.
I like the fountain.
This is a new addition to water. Hello, butterfly. Hi. Hi. It's busy today. It's nice and warm. So they have different plants that they obviously are pollinated by and feed, and things that draw them. Fresh herbs and flowers. And the baby's being born.
No, I know, but that's...
Milkweed, they love milkweed if I remember correctly. Monarch, malachite, buckeye, super longwing. Oh, super longwing, that's the stripy one we've been looking at. Here's another one of the stripies. So they have some dianthus here, kind of bulbous flower. Red leaf hibiscus, tropical milkweed, straw flower. Oh, look at this. Something hooked to the back of that plant. Do you see that? So there's a baby there doing its own thing. I hope they're okay out there. Maybe they're just a solo one, a lonely one.
No, I know you're not.
So many beautiful plants. Mystery salvia. Yeah, that wasn't the only one, actually. If you come over to this plant here, you'll see a few more babies have just been hanging out and wait until it's their time. That's so cool. Some monarchs and milkweed butterflies. Okay. Isn't that pretty? I love the butterflies. They always make me happy. All right, we got one more thing to look at here before we head out for the day, because we've done all the foods. Well, except for a couple things I've had before. We've done all the entertainments, except for the one we're going to now that we wanted to do. We don't do the Spike the Bee or the hunts, all those hunts, but yeah, good trip. Let's go look at the Scentsy Garden. So when you see these lovely stands inside the park, outside Animal Kingdom and some of the other parks, these are actually nests. These are nests of the purple martins, and they come back every year. They've numbered them and cataloged them, and they're doing a lot of research to try to figure out why you know, what their patterns are like, what they do, how they nest, all those sort of things. And they've been doing this for a long time. I know Dory and Randy and I did a trip, and it was, if I remember, I'll try to put it up there for you. But it was fascinating learning about them. Scentsy Garden is next. Let's go ahead and see it. So when you're trying to find the Scentsy Garden, which is also known as Blossoms of Fragrance, it is directly across of where the Figment statue is, over it. So you've got imagination behind you. You've got the Scentsy Garden here on this middle pathway. And then if you go all the way around, you'll see that's where Figment is. So this is following your nose through the scented garden, cherishing lasting memories with the help of fresh, unforgettable fragrances and their many botanical varieties. Of all the 5 senses, scent is the most strongest connected to memory. A note of lilac, a hint of citrus, any one fragrance has the power to evoke vivid recollections with staggering clarity. So when you come in here, they have the colors and certain scents, and then they have little places where you can stick your nose in and smell. So first it's gardenias, which I can't smell from this far away. So I'm going to back up and I'm going to try to step in and get a smell of it. So when you come in, you lean in, and if you put your nose there, whoop, you can't see it. If you put your nose there, it has the scent. So the gardenia is actually a lovely floral scent. A little soapy, because I think they use that a lot for soaps. A lot of older women used to wear them over the years, but it's a nice, pretty scent. Next, we head to the serene succulents. The little and succulents are all of these guys down here. The serene succulents. So let's see what the serene succulents smell like. They talk about bergamot, water lilies, and succulent greens. It's almost fruity. It's so sweet. It's very cool. All right. Now, hibiscus sunset. By the way, if you've ever seen pineapples, let me get out of the way of this particular one here. But you see that pineapple sitting there? Every pineapple plant literally grows one fruit in its entire life. That's it, one fruit. And then that pineapple plant is done. And they cut it off, and that is the singular flower that ever comes from it. It's kind of cool. We're now going to read about hibiscus sunset now. Next is glorious grapefruit, tart and juicy. Actually, when you do this, you can bring it to you if you don't want to necessarily stand up, but it's just fresh squeezed juice, ginger, grapefruit juice, orange juice. It's just that kind of citrusy, bright, happy smell. Next, this is probably going to be one of my favorites. It's honeysuckle. Honeysuckle dew. And you've got hydrangeas and other purpley flowers. I'm going to stand up jasmine petals, dewy greens, honeysuckle blooms. Yeah, I grew up with honeysuckle trees near me, and I would just smell the honeysuckle blooms. They're so pretty. Oh, and I think I saw a bee on one of the hydrangeas. That's exciting. That's good stuff. And last but not least, the hydrangea bouquet. So these are hydrangeas. These are hydrangeas. They come in all different colors, pinks and blues and whites. And I think yellows. The purples are my favorites. I don't like the smell as much, I will say that. I love the smell of hyacinths. But this is really nice. Okay. And that is the Scentsy Garden. So I'm going to step out of the way, find a tiny bit of shade, let Arlene know I'm ready, because, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for Flower and Garden. We have had an amazing time. And it is now 86 degrees. It's not humid, but boy, oh boy, when my body is used to 30s and 40s, it feels hot. And I am not quite acclimated to the summer warm weather yet. But it's beautiful here. I'm loving it. All right. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? I mean, I know I ask, and you do not have to, please understand that, but by doing so, you do, A, help me get the word out to other people, and B, I mean, it lets me know that the content I'm doing is something that's of interest to somebody. You know, I can see views sometimes, but it's not the same. And sometimes I don't think all the views are counted if you're not part of YouTube, etc. So if you can help out, that would be great. You know, if you can't, I'm cool with that. If you want to subscribe, that's great. If you want to support my Ko-fi channel or through PayPal, it's usually in the description box below. You're welcome to do that. You do not have to. Enjoy the videos. That's really what it's about. I like helping. I like sharing. I like talking and meeting strange people, or strangers at least. So there we are. All right, I'm Michele and Arlene. We will be back. As I'm sitting here watching people go by and listening to conversations, I hear, well, Mexico's over that way, could go that way, blah, blah. They start walking by and I went, cool, people go to Mexico first, and they turn and went, good to know, and then they headed off. So, I don't know if you can see into the water there. You see the lump in the water there? I'll try to crop in if I can. We think it might be a gator. Has it moved? I don't see it moving. Like even a blink or a lift in the... And I can't see sheep.
It seems to have moved sideways a little.
Okay. And I'm wondering if we'll hear a lot more bird song, because if we do, that means the birds will be warning each other, and there are more bird songs around here than I'm hearing at some of the others. So it might be a gator, it might not be. But there's a lot of fences, and if anyone's stupid enough to climb over them, well, they're either a bird or they should know better. There you go. As we head out back to the beautiful, beneficent, bellissima Benalia. Ah, generous Benalia, you give. Generous Benalia, you give to all of those who need you. Children, adults, always, always generous, Benalia, always generous. And as we leave Benalia and Epcot, we are ready to have... I got to tell you this because it's funny. I was trying to let Flame know that I was in Benalia this morning, and it changed Benalia the way I spell it to Benalia in an Italian spelling with a G and all that fun stuff. And I was like, I kind of like it. We might keep it. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are heading out of Epcot. This is the beginning of the second half of our day, some of which is going to be napping. So, I hope you have enjoyed our time together here in Epcot, enjoyed Flower and Garden and what it's all about. As we head out, well, we hope you'll come back and see us again. There'll be more content and more fun things to see. I think more Christmas videos coming out. If you haven't done so already, please remember to like this video, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. And don't forget that I don't have a tagline. Singing hey ho, a maiden's life, 1, 2, 3. Hey ho, a maiden's life, won't you drink with me?